He's headed west, the Cumberland Gap. And I gotta get a move on, praying for the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and all that she's the only one. And if we die in Raleigh, well, we'll die free. So I rock me mother like a wagon wheel, rock me mama any way you feel. Hey, 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 mama, rock me. Rock me mama like the wind and the rain, rock me mama like a southbound train. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. There's our dancers.
Flag getting set to come out here. IMCA Stock Car A feature action here at I-35 Speedway. Into turn number 4, foot to the floor, the engine will come a roar. Great flag high in the air. Into turn number 1, Brad Whitney will take that early lead in the X9. Last week's feature winner and last year's points champion, Gene Stiegel in that 20. In the second spot, John Buller the third in the 14X is your third place car. Aaron Palmer gets sideways going into turn number 4. He'll get it corrected, so we'll stay green. Gene Stiegel going to look to the inside of the X9 of Brad Whitney. Pat Neely takes over the third spot. Aaron Palmer takes fifth spot away from Tyler Corkins. Corkins back on the outside. He's got Jake Cameron right behind him. John Bowler Jr. in the 20X. He looks to the inside of Tyler Corkins. Aaron Palmer to the inside of John Bowler III. He'll take the fourth spot away from the 14X. As Brad Whitney, your leader in that X9, only a second night out in his IMCA stock car. Gene Stiegel, last week's feature winner in the 20 car, runs in the second spot. Pat Neely third in the 25V. Oh, John Bowler the third losing the handle on the 14X. He'll get turned around. He'll do a complete 360 and keep going, so we'll stay green. Gene Stiegel gets a little bit sideways out of turn 2. Brad Whitney able to get away a little bit. Stiegel starting to reel him in. The 25V, Pat Neely runs in third. Aaron Palmer fourth. John Bowler Jr. runs fifth. Tyler Corkin sixth. He's got 2 cars. Oh, yellow flag's going to come out for the 14X of John Bowler the third. I tell you what, there's nothing like watching IMCA stock cars race 3 and 4 wide. Here at I-35 Speedway. Green flag getting set to come back out. Once the lights go out, cars cannot come out until the next yellow flag. So John Bowler the third up there, ready to come out on the next yellow flag. Green flag comes back out. Gene Stiegel chose that inside line. He'll keep that second spot from Pat Neely. A little bit of smoke out of the back of the 417 of Kevin Anderson. John Bowler Jr. looking for that 4th spot, trying to get around Aaron Palmer. He'll take that 4th spot away from Aaron Palmer. Bruce Fair trying to follow him through. Those two battling out for that points lead. 5 points separate them. Dean Ray on the outside. Mr. Where did he come from? In the 77, got Jake Cameron right behind him as they try to work around Bruce Fair, and they go 3 wide with Aaron Palmer. Gene Stiegel puts the nose under Brad Whitney, trying to get around him. Oh, problems for the 11G Niall Goodwin. He'll pull onto the infield. Problems for the 417 Kevin Anderson. His first time out this season. Yellow flag going to come out. Debris in turn number 1. Up high in turn 1. See that white piece of debris up there? Kevin Anderson takes the 417 to the pits. Niall Goodwin will take the 11G to the pits. Green flag comes back out. Brad Whitney in that X9 retains the lead into turn number 1. Pat Neely, Dean Ray side by side for 3rd and 4th. Aaron Palmer got a challenge from Jake Cameron. Cruz on the inside of the 6X of Greg Kewen. Yellow flag going to come out the 88. Jeff Dixon can turn around and turn 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Set to come back out. IMCA stock car racing here at I-35 Speedway. Brad Whitney showing the way thus far. Green flag comes back out. Pat Nealing's Gene Stiegel side by side for second and third. Throw Dean Wade Ray in the mix, and we've got them 3 wide out of turn 2. Gene Stiegel trying to hold off Pat Nealing and Dean Ray as they all chase Brad Whitney. Whitney may have a handling problem in the X9. Now he starts to pull away a little bit. Pat Nealing on the outside trying to get around Gene Stiegel. Jake Cameron trying to get around Dean Ray. Go get that bucket. Brad Whitney, your leader in the X9, but he's got a whole corner of cars right behind him. Jeff Dixon, motor not sounding too good out there. Gene Stiegel now going to lose second to the 25 via Pat Neely. Now he's battling back on the inside as Dean Ray in the 4th spot.
Which one? 25, gotcha.
Oh, the 25 v Pat Neely.
Yes, 25 's going.
Going to pull to the pits. Also the 88 of Jeff Dixon. Brad Whitney, your leader. Gene Stiegel second. Dean Ray third.
And need a white next time, please.
White. Top 4 breakaway from Jake Cameron as John Bowler Jr. trying to come back through the traffic. Most likely he'll be your points leader when we leave here tonight. This time by Brad Whitney, you'll see the white flag. 1 lap to go for the X9. Trying to be the second driver to win his first feature on his second night back. Oh, Gene Stiegel losing the handle on the 20. Dean Ray and Greg Kewen get by. Out of turn number 4. Checkered flag. We'll go to the X9 of Brad Whitney. Second spot to the 77 of Dean Ray. Third's going to go to the 6X of Greg Kewen. Fourth to the 20X of John Bowler Jr. And fifth to the 86C of Jake Cameron.
Down here with the IMCA stock car feature winner, Brad Whitney. Brad, the last few weeks you've been doing double duty behind the wheel of the X3 IMCA Sport Mod. Tonight you start on the front row. Pick up your first IMCA stock car win of 2012.
Yeah, it's a pretty good night tonight. We ended up, I think, 5th or 6th in the sport mod and won the stock car feature, so it wasn't a bad night.
Last week you had some problems. You pulled off. That made your point average pretty low. That put you on the front row tonight, and you and Gene Stiegel put on a good show out there.
Yeah, we put the car together really quick last week and tried to finish it up and didn't get a fan shroud put on it, and it got pretty hot last week, so before we hurt anything, we pulled it off, and the way it ran tonight, I'm guessing we didn't hurt too much.
Are you going to keep doing double duty the rest of the season?
No, I'm getting too old for doing double duty. It's going to get hot, and I just can't do 2 anymore. So I'll probably run this one a few times here off and on, then maybe run it Friday nights at Marshalltown or Wednesday night at Oskaloosa or someplace like that.
All right, tonight's feature winner picking up his first feature win of 2012 in the IMCA stock cars, Brad Whitney.
Can you hear me, Brad? Anybody else hear me?
Green flag comes back out. Mike Taylor Jr., Austin Johnson side by side into turn 1. Austin Johnson on those out front. He'll bring Thomas Roberts right behind him.
71, what are you doing?
Eddie Ingerman at 54
guys,
trying to go on the inside. Austin Johnson trying to hold off 2-time feature winner Thomas Roberts. The 11 team Mike Taylor Jr. running set third. Travis Walker fourth in the 71. 714, Jason Anderson, 5th. Bud Wilson, 6th in that 97 car, trying to get around Jason Anderson. Thomas Roberts on the inside, trying to get the lead away from Austin Johnson. Mike Taylor Jr. in 11T holding on to 3rd. The 97 of Bud Wilson going to look to the inside for 5th away from Jason Anderson. Lost the 99 of Chris Klein. Austin Johnson pulls away a little bit from Thomas Roberts. Oh, the one of Christopher Smith gets turned around in turn number 2. Yellow flag going to come out for the one of Christopher Smith. Austin Johnson, a thin trail of smoke out the back of the 98. Doing a good job out there.
Radio's fine, it's his headset. But it's one to red, one to dead.
So the lights out, green flag getting set to come out. So far, Austin Johnson showing the way.
Good job. Appreciate it.
Green flag comes back out. Mike Taylor Jr. side by side now with Austin Johnson for the lead. Gets a little bit sideways. Austin Johnson maintains that lead. Battle for second between Thomas Roberts and Mike Taylor Jr. Roberts going to throw it in there on the inside, trying to get around Austin Johnson now. Thomas Roberts takes over that lead. Brings Travis Walker up behind him into second. Don Mars getting sideways. He'll keep her going. Well, so we'll stay green here in the Morning War Grand National Division. Thomas Roberts, your leader. Travis Walker, second. Austin Johnson now third. Oh, he gets a little bit sideways. Mike Taylor Jr. nowhere to go there.
Now yellow, guys. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Collects the
Turn
one
two,
of Christopher
you need to go
Smith.
high. You need
And the
to go high.
714, Jason Anderson, getting some damage in that. Green flag getting set to come out. Coming up next will be your Sport Mod 8 feature. Green flag comes back out. 3 wide into turn number 1, Bud Wilson. Travis Walker, Mike Taylor Jr. Eddie Ingram getting a little bit sideways, going to lose a position to Don Mars and Rick Steele. Thomas Roberts, your leader, Mike Taylor Jr. second, Travis Walker third, Bud Wilson fourth, Rick Steele fifth, Don Mars up to sixth, Eddie Ingram seventh, Christopher Smith eighth, Austin Johnson ninth, and Jason Anderson 10th. All that, we've only lost one car because Jim Mueller did not start, so the only car we've lost is Chris Klein. Oh, Eddie Ingram losing the handle.
Back off.
Man, Eddie Ingram lost the handle on the 54 hard
Yellow, guys,
contact
yellow in turn 2.
with Austin
Yellow,
Johnson.
turn 2.
Eddie Ingram got turned around right in front of Austin Johnson and Jason Anderson. And Austin Johnson nowhere to go. Hard rear end contact on the 98 and the 54. Poor Jason Anderson. Got the whole right side ripped off the car. He's out there trying to finish the race. Getting caught up in things. Lights are out. Green flag getting set to come back out. Thomas Roberts showing the way here. Green flag comes back out. Mike Taylor Jr. on the outside getting a jump, trying to get his second feature win of the season. Thomas Roberts a little bit stronger on that inside line. Here comes the 71, Travis Walker. He's winless so far this season. He usually gets a few wins a year. He usually has one by now. No problem for Travis Walker. That'll move Bud Wilson up to the second spot as they still try to chase down Thomas Roberts. Roberts, your leader, Wilson second, Mike Taylor Jr. third. Rick Steele now 4th, Christopher Smith 5th, Don Mars 6th. Bud Wilson on the inside trying to get that lead away from Thomas Roberts. Wilson a little bit sideways into turn 2. He's going to try that outside line now. May have found something up there. At the line. Bud Wilson, your new leader, at the line. Thomas Roberts now 2nd. Mike Taylor Jr. 3rd. Oh, Christopher Smith getting sideways. That'll give the 5th spot over to Don Mars. This time by Bud Wilson to see the white flag. 1 lap to go for the 97 out of Trenton, Missouri. Out of turn number 4, checker flag going to come out for the 97 of Bud Wilson. 2nd spot will go to the 44F of Thomas Roberts. 3rd and 11th to Mike Taylor Jr. 4th going to go to the 94X of Rick Steele. And 5th to the 9 and Don Mars.
All right, down here with tonight's feature winner at I-35 Speedway in the Border War Grand Nationals, Bud Wilson picking up his 4th win of the year. You get by Thomas Roberts, who's been on a little bit of a roll this season.
Yeah, I kind of had to end that, I guess. The race car was working really good right in the middle, and I really kind of thought if I got to him, I could get him, especially if he knew I wasn't coming. So, worked out.
You picked up the ride this year in the Mike Johnson number 97 car here at I-35 Speedway, and you've been fast all year.
It's I feel very fortunate. I'm glad he called and asked me if I'd want to drive it. Really good people to drive for.
Coming up on June 23rd, you're putting on a big show for the IMCA Modifieds, 1,000 to win. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, thanks to a lot of good friends and family and businesses around, we've put together, I hate to say a total, but I think now about 2,300. And 1,000 of us going to the winner, and the rest we're going to donate to St. Luke's Neonatal. And I hope that night there's a really good turnout so we can get more to donate.
All right, tonight's feature winner, 4th of the year, the 97 of Bud Wilson.
Ronnie Miller back out, 1 lap down. Green flag comes back out. Brett Shields and 88S, your leader, trying to hold off the young Caleb Dennis and Jeff Stotts. Stotts looking for his 2nd feature win of the season. Jeremy Pitzenbarger, Caleb Dennis looking for their 1st. Jeff Stotts will take that 2nd spot away from Caleb Dennis. And turn number 1, Dennis gets turned around in the 11.
Yellow, guys, turn 1. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Turn 1.
Green flag comes back out.
And listen, I told him that's all I can do. 11, you are broke. You are broke.
And 11, Caleb Dennis pulls on to the infield.
Yeah, he's broke.
You can see that broken left front. Brett Shields in that 8S, your leader. Jeff Stott 2nd to 12. Jeremy Pitzenbarger looking for his 2nd top 3 in a row, running 3rd right now. Chris Shiflett 4th, Brad Whitney 5th. There comes Randy Ainsworth and Truman Asher. They seem to be front bumper to bumper each and every week. All problems for your points leader, Chad Clancy. He'll pull onto the infield in the 21C. Top 2 cars break away. Brett Shields all alone out front. Jeff Stotts all alone in 2nd.
52J, I need you off the track. You are broke. 52J, off the track. You are broke.
Lap traffic right ahead, the 52J, Josh Barnes. Something broke on that car. He'll pull into the pit area. Jeff Stotts closing in on your leader, Brett Shields. Chad Clancy coming in tonight with a 1-point lead on Truman Asher. So Truman Asher bound to take the point lead as he leaves here this evening. Jeff Stotts on the high side. Brett Shields down low for the lead off of 4. Oh, problems over there. Debris on the racetrack. Dustin Miller in the 52M over there. Debris off the 15B of West Bench and the whole right side of that car torn up. Laying in the middle of the track over there. Again, going through your points. Jeff Stotts, Jeremy Pitzenbarger, your top 3. Green flag comes back out. Chris Shiflett gave a look to the inside of Jeremy Pitzenbarger. Now Randy Ainsworth going to take that 4th spot away from Shiflett. Paige Shaw coming back through the traffic. She's on the inside of Doug Keller looking for 7th. Stotts in that 12, carrying that left front around I-35 Speedway. Unable to make the pass on Brett Shields. Shields getting the cast off that arm, so now he's got 2 hands to work the wheel on the 8S from Mount Air, Iowa.
Hey guys, we got debris in turn 4. Debris turn 4.
Yellow flag going to come out for debris in turn number 4. Green flag comes back out. Jeff Stotts right on the back bumper of Brett Shields. Shields pulls away just a little bit. After an early spin, Paige Shaw back up to 7th. But what's important is she's running 10 laps. Jeff Stotts gave a look to the inside of Brett Shields, unable to make the pass. Jeremy Pitzenbarger going to lose 3rd spot. Oh, Chris Shiflett getting turned around in the middle of turn number 2. Looks like he'll get going again, so we'll stay green. Doug Keller trying to get around Paige Shaw for that 6th position.
Yellow guys, yellow. Turn 1 down low.
Yellow flag going to come out for the 25X of Chris Shiflett. Paige Shaw from the back up there running 6th. But what's important is she's out there making laps. She's had a hard time finishing features this year. Doing a good job back up to 6th behind Brad Whitney. Green flag comes back out. Brett Shields trying to hold off Jeff Stotts, Randy Ainsworth, Jeremy Pitzenbarger, and Brad Whitney, your top 5. Randy Ainsworth gave a look to the inside of Jeff Stotts for 2nd. 92 Tyler Grims gets turned around. He'll get going again, so we'll stay green.
Need a white next time, guys. I need a white next time. Come on, Brett.
Brett Shields in that 8S, your leader. Jeff Stotts 2nd, Randy Ainsworth 3rd. This time by, you'll see the white flag, 1 lap to go.
Well, you better back off. Oh, he almost got it out. That was on purpose. Don't tell me it wasn't.
Out of turn number 4, checkered flag going to come out for the 8S of Brett Shields. 2nd spot to the 12 of Jeff Stotts. 3rd will go to the 57 of Randy Ainsworth. 4th will go to the 32P of Jeremy Pitzenbarger. And 5th to the 7 of Doug Keller.
Down here with the IMCA Sport Mod winner at I-35 Speedway, Brett Shields. Brett, I've been calling you the one-handed wonder this year. You've been out there pretty much one-handed. Tonight you pick up the win.
Yeah, it's a handful out there racing one-handed. I was almost ready to take my cast off and race two hands. It's so much of a handful out there tonight, but.
Well, you ran them down or ran away with it actually out there. You and the Ada Paige Shaw put on a heck of a show till she got turned around, and you held off the rest of the field.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you get behind Paige, you got your hands full to get by her. She's a really good driver, and you get by her, that's a big accomplishment.
All right, tonight's feature winner, you won one here last year?
I won two here last year.
Won two here last year. Tonight picks up win number 1 on the season, the 8S of Brett Shields.
Good job.
Well, the 34 Mick Ross making it out. He come up and told me he blew up. Must have not been two batteries fast at changing motors. One of the two. Lights out. And to turn 4, foot to the floor. The engines will come a roar. Green flag high in the air for the IMCA Hobby Stocks. Oh, Billy Hoover took that lead into turn 1. Gets turned around. Hard contact there with him, Andrew Houston, Scott Treadwell. Billy Hoover took that early lead. Green flag comes back out. Eric Stanton going to look to the inside of Alexis Whitney. Lee Farmer on the outside, trying to hold off Darren Christie. Jeremy Turner gets up ahead of 3 wide into turn number 3 with Desmond Thiel, Dave Truscott, and Billy Hoover. Eric Stanton now up to 2nd. Alexis Whitney running 3rd. Darren Christie going to look to the inside of Lee Farmer for that 4th position. Eric Stanton now takes the lead away from Paul Grenier. Grenier did a good job there, leading a few laps. Eric Stanton, your leader in that 7B out of Hartford, Iowa. 2nd spot is the 25, Paul Grenier. Lee Farmer on the outside of Alexis Whitney. He'll take the 3rd spot. Alexis Whitney now back to 4th. Darren Christie 5th. Billy Hoover 6th. Jeremy Turner 7th. Desmond Field 8th. 9th is Dave Truscott, and 10th is Mick Ross. Lee Farmer on the outside of Paul Grenier, looking to get by for that 2nd position. Paul Grenier doing a good job there, holding off Lee Farmer.
Hey guys, watch that 17.
Lee Farmer now up to 2nd. Paul Grenier battling back on the outside, side by side. Lee Farmer now up to 2nd. Paul Grenier 3rd. Darren Christie 4th. Billy Hoover now 5th.
You guys are laughing.
Eric Stanton coming up on lap traffic. Mick Ross right there in front of him. Eric Stanton gets by Mick Ross, puts him a lap down. Lee Farmer trying to chase down your leader like he did last week, Eric Stanton. Darren Christie up to 3rd.
Got a yellow guy.
Battle for 4th. Yellow flag going to come out. Paul Grenier in the 25. Paul did a good job tonight getting out there leading some laps. Out there running top 3. Gets turned around now in turn number 2. Here in your IMCA Hobby Stocks. Coming up next, the IMCA Modifieds. We'll do our trophy presentation, then Outlaw Jim and the Whiskey Benders will be performing.
I think we got a couple 2-seater rides.
We will have a couple 2-seater rides in between there. Green flag comes back out. Lee Farmer in that 17F looking for his third feature win in a row here at I-35 Speedway. Eric Stanton done it earlier this season. Lee Farmer was the one to break that streak, started one of his own. Billy Hoover, I'll tell you what, when David Willey had that car and in the first couple weeks Billy Hoover had it, they had mechanical failures one after another, but the last few weeks Hoover's got that car right. Eric Stanton getting a challenge now. Lee Farmer in that 17F takes the lead from Eric Stanton. Stanton gonna duck back down low, and while they're racing, here comes the bear, Darren Christie, in that 54B. Oh, Lee Farmer losing the handle on the 17F. He'll get turned around in turn number 2. Trying to get it started there.
He's too close to the track, Brad.
Yellow flag going to come out. Lee Farmer too close for comfort there. Green flag comes back out. Eric Stanton pulling away now from Darren Christie. Lee Farmer trying to come back through traffic in the 17F. White flag out for the 7B of Eric Stanton. Darren Christie still sits in second. Desmond Thiel third, Alexis Whitney fourth. Christie gets a little bit too high. Desmond Thiel gets by for second. Problems for Darren Christie now. He starts to fall back, might have a flat or something. Checkered flag goes to the 7B of Eric Stanton. Second spot will go to the 12 of Desmond Thiel. Third will go to the 21H of Billy Hoover. Fourth to the X9A of Alexis Whitney.
Down here with Eric Stanton, winner here at I-35 Speedway in the IMCA Hobby Stocks. Eric, the last few weeks you and Lee Farmer put on a heck of a show. Tonight he got on the inside of you, got turned around coming out of turn 2. What'd you think?
I didn't know if I'd be able to get him back if he got by me. We changed a couple things for the feature and made it way too tight. So.
Well, you ran away with your heat race tonight. You do a good job of driving here at I-35 Speedway. This is your, what, 4th feature win or 5th of the year?
The 5th one down here, 7th for the year.
7th for the year. What are your plans for the rest of the season? Are you going to continue to race here at I-35?
Yeah, we're going to keep coming here and go to Oskaloosa on Wednesday nights. And the way the national points are, they only do your first 30, so we quit going on Fridays. So.
What are you in national points now?
I believe like 3rd.
3rd place in the national points. Your points leader here at I-35 Speedway, Eric Stanton, feature winner tonight here in the IMCA Hobby Stocks.
From Meadville, Missouri, the 23B of Mark Botts. Outside of him, actually he's elected to go to the back, so that'll move Todd Wilson up to the pole position. Outside of him, Lieutenant Johnny McGinnis out of Hardin, Missouri. Inside row 2 from Trimble, the 292 of Blake Peeler. Outside of him will be the 26S out of Hamilton of Stephen Glenn. Inside row 3, the 99.7 out of Winston, that's Jason Estes. Outside of him, 2-time feature winner in a row from Cameron, Missouri, Mr. Excitement, the 96C of Jim Cameron. Inside row 4 from St. Joseph, Missouri will be the 12P of Perry Milburn. Outside of him from Milan, Missouri, the 92, that's Jim Peeler. Inside row 5 from Hummiston, Iowa, the 20W of Shea Woods, and to his outside from Lathrop, that's the 11 of Darren Shaw. Let's give them a wave as they come down the front straightaway, your final feature event of the evening. Inside row 6 will be the 69N. That's your points leader from Jamesport, Corey Ray. And outside of him, out of Lathrop, Missouri, will be the 46, J.J. Baumley. On the next row, inside from Trent, Missouri, will be the 75 of Dave Bozak. And to his outside from St. Joseph, Missouri, the 37 of Jeremiah Asher. 62 of Hunter Marriott out of Brookfield, Missouri. Outside him, the 26 out of Hamilton, that's Randy Smith. And shotgun on the field from Meadville, the 23B of Mark Botts.
Hey guys, lights are out, going green.
And to turn number 4 for the final time. Foot to the floor, the engines will come around. Green flag, high in the air. Todd Wilson takes that early lead into turn 1. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Stephen Glenn up to second now. Oh, Jim Cameron gets turned around in turn number 3. Problems for the 12P of Perry Milburn. He'll pull into the pits. The 96 seed Jim Cameron turn around in turn number 3. Cameron looking for that 3rd feature win in a row tonight. And Todd Wilson takes that lead into turn number 1. Jim Peeler in the 92 runs in that 2nd spot. Johnny McGinnis up to 3rd. Stephen Glenn 4th. Jason Estes your top 5. Corey Ray goes to the inside of Jim Peeler. Blake Peeler actually running 2nd. Their left sides of their cars look the same. Their right sides are different, so can't tell them apart till they get to the front straightaway. Todd Wilson, your leader. Blake Peeler 2nd. Stephen Glenn 3rd. Oh, Todd Wilson bobbles a little bit, opens the door for Blake Peeler. Jason Estes 4th. Corey Ray up to 5th, your points leader. So far held winless this season. Top 3 breakaway as Corey Ray slips up to 4th. Here comes the 20W Shea Woods looking to the inside of Jason Estes for 5th. Johnny McGinnis side by side with Darren Shaw. Stephen Glenn bobbles a little bit, falls back into a battle now with Corey Ray for 3rd and 4th. Randy Smith in the 26 gets turned around. Yellow flag out for the 26 of Randy Smith. So Todd Wilson, he won 1 feature last year. That was opening night.
Going green, guys, this time.
Green flag comes back out. Jim Peeler now, or Blake Peeler, noses out in that 2nd spot around Stephen Glenn. Stephen Glenn going to go back to the outside as Jason S is trying to hold off Jim Peeler. J.J. Bomley on the outside trying to bring Hunter Marriott right behind him. Blake Peeler on the inside of Todd Wilson. Oh, Blake gets turned around in the 292 on the back straightaway.
Yellow, guys, yellow.
Blake tried to get around Todd Wilson on the inside, may have caught the burn there. As you enter the infield, shot him on around. So that'll move Stephen Glenn up to 2nd. Your points leader, Corey Ray, still without a win this season. He'll be 3rd, it looks like. As they both chase your leader out of Spickard, Missouri, the 1W of Todd Wilson. So the lineup's good, lights are out. We'll be set to go here in your IMCA Modifieds. Green flag comes back out. And you people that bought a 2-seater ride, you need to start heading down to the pit area. 2-seater rides, head down to the pit area. Jason Estes gets by Corey Ray for 2nd. Ray not giving up. J.J. Bomley goes up and over the bank. He'll come back on, so we'll stay green. Corey Ray, Jason Estes battling for 3rd and 4th. Estes gets by Ray, puts him in 3rd. Ray back to 4th. Jim Peeler 5th. Todd Wilson, Stephen Glenn. Jason Estes now your top 3. Jim Peeler will get by Corey Ray for 4th. Corey Ray back on the outside. He'll get back by Big Tater for that 4th spot. Hunter Marriott in the 62 now goes to work on Jim Peeler. Darren Shaw on the outside of Johnny McGinnis gets by Shea Woods. 3 wide. Jeremiah Asher, Blake Peeler, and Randy Smith. Todd Wilson now starting to pull away from the 26S of Stephen Glenn. Jason Estes runs in that third spot. Corey Ray fourth, Jim Peeler fifth. Randy Smith trying to hold J.J. Bomley off as they battle for position. Corey Ray on the inside of Jason Estes trying to get that fourth spot back. Jeremiah Asher gets turned around, yellow flag out for the 37 of Jeremiah Asher.
Short one, down low.
So the lights out, green flag getting set to come back out.
So the S is green.
Green flag comes back out. Todd Wilson, your leader. Stephen Glenn second, Corey Ray and Jason Estes battling for third. Estes will get back by Ray for third. Three wide out of turn four. Blake Peeler getting sideways, going through the infield there. He'll come back out on the racetrack. Top two, break away a little bit from your third spot car, Jason Estes. Shea Woods on the outside of Jim Peeler looking for fifth. J.J. Bomley to the inside of Randy Smith. Todd Wilson now pulling away again from the 26S of Stephen Glenn. Looks like we lost the 37 of Jeremiah Asher. Inside of Jason Estes as Shea Woods goes to the inside of Corey Ray.
Wow, hold the 11th spade, hold the 11th spade in the modified. I need you guys to know at the end of this race is over.
Todd Wilson, your leader. Stephen Glenn second. Jason Estes third. Shea Woods now fourth. Corey Ray fifth. Corey Ray to the inside of Shea Woods wants that fourth spot back as they race right behind Jason Estes. J.J. Bomley now gets by Johnny McGinnis. He's going to take that fourth spot back from Shea Woods. Woods battling back on the outside. Side by side, Corey Ray and Shea Woods. White flag out for the 1W at Todd Wilson. Stephen Glenn still second. Jason Estes third. Shea Woods on the outside of Jason Estes. He'll take that third spot away. Corey Ray now trying to take fourth away from Jason Estes. Out of turn four, checkered flag for the 1W of Todd Wilson. Second spot to the 26S of Stephen Glenn. Third will go to the 20W of Shea Woods. Fourth to the 69 of Corey Ray. And fifth to the 99.7 of Jason Estes.
Down here with Todd Wilson, winner tonight here at I-35 Speedway, driver of the 1WA mod last year. Todd, you won opening night. You got by Jordan Grabowski to win it. Not many people could claim to do that, and you pick up your first win tonight.
Yeah, we've had a bad luck. The track kind of messed us up there a couple weeks ago and told me I had a left rear flat. I know the car was fast. I just keep coming back, keep trying stuff, and tonight I got lucky and got started on the front row because the 23 didn't start, so just got lucky, hit my line, and run every lap.
Yeah, Mark Bott's electing to go to the back. You probably ought to thank him for that, but you done a good job holding off Stephen Glenn there. They were mixing it up back in the back, and I tell you what, you ran him down or ran away from him.
Yeah, I did. I seen a fender a couple times, and Bud said it was Blake. Cousin Blake was sticking his nose under there, and then he clipped that tire and spun out. So probably glad for that big white tire because Blake may have been rooting on me a little bit, but just run my line and held on.
Yeah, Blake Peeler and you putting on a heck of a show till it caught the berm or the tire there coming out of 2 and got turned around. Are you going to run here the rest of the season?
Probably limited. I'm going to get ready for the Super Nationals.
What about Spencer Wilson? Is he going to be running here a little bit?
When I come, he will, but I bet we're going to get everything ready for the Super Nationals.
All right, tonight's feature winner in the IMCA Modifieds, the 1W at Todd Wilson.